Welcome to a world where music meets a billion-dollar legacy. In 2026, the BTS phenomenon has transcended charts to become a global economic force. After their triumphant full-group reunion and a comeback that shook the world, the focus isn't just on their dance moves, but on the massive financial empires each member has built from the ground up. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be a walking enterprise? Today, we are peeling back the layers of the Bangtan vault to reveal the staggering net worth of RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. From high-end luxury real estate in Seoul's most exclusive districts to secret stock portfolios that have skyrocketed with HYBE's 2026 market dominance, these 7 men have redefined wealth in the modern era. But who among them has played the smartest financial game? Is it the production genius behind the scenes, or the fashion icon dominating the runways of Paris? Could a member's quiet passion for art collection be worth more than a world tour's profit? Prepare yourself for a journey through the gold-plated lives of the world's most influential artists. Can you guess which member's fortune has doubled while the world thought they were on a break? Stay tuned as we count down the astronomical wealth of the icons who turned small company dreams into a global goldmine. Who holds the #1 spot in this high-stakes empire? The numbers are in, and they are nothing short of legendary. Number 7. RM. Kim Namjoon. The intellectual architect. Art of the billionaire's soul. Imagine standing in the middle of a silent gallery in late 2026, where the air smells of old canvas and expensive oil paint. This isn't just any museum, it's the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, and you are witnessing the RMXSFMOA exhibition. At the heart of this cultural storm stands Kim Namjoon, the man we know as RM. While the world screams for his verses, his bank account whispers the story of a genius who turned intellect into an empire. Sitting at number 7 on our list, RM's net worth in 2026 is a staggering $30 million to $35 million. But don't let the number 7 spot fool you. In the world of high-stakes finance, Namjoon isn't just a singer, he is a collector of legacies. His wealth is built on a foundation so solid it could weather any economic storm. Think about it. A kid from Ilsan with an IQ of 148 who learned English by watching Friends is now one of the most powerful art patrons on the planet. His financial journey didn't start with a silver spoon, but with a pen and a notebook in the underground hip-hop scene. Fast forward to 2026, and he is the ultimate walking enterprise. The core of RM's massive fortune comes from his incredible catalog of over 215 song credits registered with the Korea Music Copyright Association, KOMCA. Every time a BTS song plays in a cafe in Paris, a stadium in New York, or a viral TikTok video, the royalties flow into his accounts like a steady river. By 2026, with BTS back in full swing, these royalties have reached an all-time high. But the Namjooning lifestyle is about more than just music. RM has become the face of quiet luxury. Look at his partnership with Bottega Veneta, a brand that doesn't scream with loud logos but whispers wealth with impeccable craft. This ambassadorship alone brings in millions, but it's his personal investments that truly define his 2026 financial status. RM's real estate portfolio is legendary. He famously purchased a unit in 91 Hanam, the Beverly Hills of Seoul, for about $5.7 million in cash. In 2026, the value of this property in the exclusive Hanam-dong district has skyrocketed, serving as a fortress for his privacy and his assets. However, the true hidden treasure in RM's net worth is his art collection. Experts estimate that his private collection of contemporary Korean art, featuring masters like Yoon Hyung-kun and Kim Won-ki, is worth millions more than what is officially reported. He isn't just buying art, he is preserving history, and in doing so, he has created an asset class that appreciates far beyond the volatility of the stock market. Speaking of stocks, his 68,385 shares in HYBE, gifted by Bang Si-hyuk, have seen a massive surge in 2026 following the group's global reunion tour. As the leader of the world's biggest group, his influence is a currency in itself. He has moved from being a trainee who feared for his future to a man who can influence the global art market with a single Instagram post. Reflecting on his journey, It's emotional to think that the boy who used to rap in amateur circles is now a billionaire-adjacent mogul who donates hundreds of millions of won to heritage conservation and music education for the hearing impaired. His wealth isn't just about the digits in his bank account, it's about the cultural capital he wields. In 2026, RM represents the perfect fusion of a global pop star and a sophisticated intellectual. He has proven that being the smart one pays off in ways the world is only just beginning to understand. As we look at his $35 million net worth, we have to ask, is the value of a man's soul found in his money or in the art he leaves behind? RM has chosen both. He has built a life where his passions fund his future, and his future protects his passions. But if the leader is at number 7, who could possibly be climbing higher into the stratosphere of wealth? The gap between their fortunes is narrowing, and the next member on our list might just surprise you with a business move that changed the game forever. Are you ready to see who is next in this billion-won hierarchy? Number 6. Jin. Kim Sok-jin. The global visual mogul. The master of high-stakes hospitality. Step into the shimmering, high-octane atmosphere of 2026, where the worldwide handsome title isn't just a meme anymore, it is a billion-won trademark. If you thought Kim Sok-jin was just the eldest member with a heart-melting laugh and a knack for dad jokes, think again. Standing firmly at number 6, Jin has transformed from the first member to brave the military enlistment into a sophisticated financial titan with an estimated net worth of $45 million to $50 million. Imagine the scene at the end of 2025, Jin standing on the stage of his sold-out solo world tour, the happy era reaching its zenith, with silver confetti raining down on a man who now owns more of Seoul's skyline than most CEOs could dream of. His wealth isn't just about music. It's a masterclass in diversification, patience, and a Midas touch that turns every venture into gold. While the world waited for the BTS reunion in 2026, Jin was busy building a multi-layered empire that blends the glamour of a global superstar with the cold, hard logic of a seasoned investor. Let's talk about the Jin effect in the business world. Remember when he became the global ambassador for the French jewelry house Fred? Or when he signed with Laneige and Alo Yoga? These aren't just endorsements, they are multi-million-dollar contracts that leverage his status as the sold-out king. In 2026, experts estimate his brand value has nearly tripled since his discharge, as luxury brands scramble to capture the loyalty of the Jin fandom. But the real meat of his fortune lies in the dirt, specifically the high-end dirt of Hanam-dong. Jin has become a legendary figure in the South Korean real estate market. By 2026, his portfolio in the prestigious Hanam the Hill complex is nothing short of a monopoly. He didn't just buy one apartment, he strategically acquired multiple units, including a recent $12.9 million purchase made entirely in cash. Think about that for a second. No mortgage, no loans, just pure financial dominance. He is essentially playing a real-life game of Monopoly in one of the world's most expensive neighborhoods, and he is winning. And it doesn't stop at luxury housing. Deep in the heart of Seoul, the scent of Japanese-style steamed cuisine wafts from Asu Saramushi, the restaurant he co-owns with his brother. While many idols fail in the cutthroat food industry, Jin's business acumen and his brother's management have turned this spot into a cult destination for both tourists and foodies alike, providing a steady, diversified stream of income that remains unaffected by the music industry's trends. But let's get emotional for a moment. This is the same man who once felt he was just a visual in the early days of Bangtan. He fought for every line, practiced until his feet bled, and took on the heavy burden of being the first to serve his country. That sacrifice paid off in 2025 when his solo tour grossed a staggering $32.5 million from just 18 shows. As we reflect on his journey to the number 6 spot, we see a man who understands that fame is fleeting, but assets are forever. His 52,385 shares in HYBE have ballooned in value as the company's stock hit new records in early 2026, but Jin is the type to look at those numbers and crack a joke to keep himself grounded. He represents the perfect balance of old money stability and new age pop culture influence. As we look at his $50 million empire, we see the blueprint of a man who prepared for the future while the world was still catching up to his past. He is the silver voice with a golden vault. But if the eldest member, the real estate tycoon of Hanam, is only at number 6, who could possibly be wielding more financial power as we move up this elite ladder? Is it the production wizard who sells beats for millions, or the fashion icon who has become the face of a century-old house? The tension is rising, and the next member on our list has a bank account that is truly August D levels of legendary. Are you ready to see who takes the number 5 spot in this countdown of the 2026 BTS financial monarchy? Number 5. Suga. Min Yoon Gi. The production powerhouse. The silent sovereign of the beats. Close your eyes and imagine the gritty, neon-lit streets of Daegu back in 2010. A young, pale boy with fire in his eyes is selling his own produced tracks for just enough money to buy a bowl of black bean noodles, often choosing between a bus ride home or a meal. Fast forward to the dawn of 2026, and that same boy, now known to the world as Suga or the legendary August D, is sitting on a financial throne worth an estimated $50 million to $55 million. But if you think his wealth is just from idle work, you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Suga isn't just a rapper. He is a ruthless, high-level music architect whose bank account is fueled by a relentless machine of royalties, world-class production fees, and a brand power that transcends the stage. By 2026, the Suga effect has become a recognized economic phenomenon in the music industry. Sitting at number 5, his fortune is anchored by a catalog of over 160 Comca-registered songs, but industry insiders know that number is just the beginning of his influence. Every time you hear the Suga whisper at the start of a track, whether it's for IU, Psy, Halsey, or Epic High, a massive production fee and a lifetime of high-percentage royalties are being locked into his estate. His 2023 to 2024 D-Day solo world tour was a turning point that changed his financial trajectory forever, grossing over $57 million with just 28 sold-out shows. In 2026, the residual income from the concert film, digital downloads, and the massive spike in August D merchandise has created a recurring revenue stream that functions like a well-oiled corporate entity. But let's look at the August D lifestyle behind the scenes. While he keeps a low profile, his financial moves are loud. In 2026, news broke about a stunning 17.3 billion KRW, approximately $13.3 million commercial building in the heart of Hanam-dong, owned by a corporation headed by his mother. This 8-story architectural marvel, featuring a rooftop garden and several floors occupied by high-end businesses, including his brother's restaurant, represents the ultimate family office investment. Suga isn't just hoarding wealth. He's building a multi-generational real estate empire that ensures his family's legacy for decades. And then there are the stocks. Suga is one of the diamond holders of HYBE. As of early 2026, his 68,385 shares have hit a record valuation of over 21.4 billion KRW. Unlike others who might trade for quick gains, Suga's HODL strategy mirrors his patient approach to music. He waits for the peak. His portfolio is further bolstered by his global ambassadorships with Maison Valentino and the NBA. These aren't just photo ops, they are strategic partnerships where he acts as a cultural bridge, commanding 8-figure contracts that reflect his status as a global tastemaker. You see him at the front row of Paris Fashion Week or courtside at a Lakers game, and you're looking at a man who has successfully commodified his cool into a currency more stable than gold. Reflecting on his journey, there's a deep emotional resonance to his wealth. This is the man who once wrote The Last, detailing his struggles with mental health and the hunger of his trainee days. In 2026, he uses that same wealth to give back, frequently donating hundreds of millions of won to pediatric cancer foundations and disaster relief, often doing so quietly until the news leaks. He is the silent sovereign because he doesn't need to flash his cash. The sheer volume of his production credits and the soaring value of his properties do the talking for him. As we watch him in 2026, preparing for BTS's next world-shattering album, we see a producer mogul who has mastered the art of making money while he sleeps. He has turned his pain into art, and that art into an unbreakable fortress of wealth. But as impressive as Suga's $55 million empire is, we are only at the halfway point. Can you believe there are 4 more members with even deeper pockets? Who could have outpaced the production genius of Daegu? Is it the sunshine of the group whose solo career took the world by storm? Or the golden maknae who has become the global face of pop? The numbers are about to get even more astronomical. Get ready, because number 4 is about to redefine what you think you know about K-pop wealth. Number 4. J-Hope, Jungkook. The golden son of Gwangju, the billion-won rhythm of hope. Close your eyes and let the rhythm of 2026 take over a year where the name J-Hope isn't just a beacon of positivity, but a dominant signature on some of the most lucrative contracts in the global entertainment industry. If you think the sunshine of BTS is only about bright smiles and sharp choreography, you haven't been paying attention to the tactical, high-precision financial empire Jungkook has meticulously built. Standing at number 4 on our elite list, J-Hope has crossed a threshold that few solo artists ever dream of, with a net worth estimated at a staggering $60 million to $65 million. Imagine the scene at the start of 2026, while the world was still buzzing from his discharge and his subsequent Hope on the Street cultural takeover. Hobie was already 3 steps ahead in the boardroom. His journey from the underground dance battles of Gwangju, where he was known as Smile Hoya, to becoming a multi-millionaire mogul is the ultimate rags to riches documentary. But in 2026, it's not just about the riches, it's about the smart. Let's dive into the heartbeat of his fortune, the Hobie power phenomenon. In 2025 and early 2026, J-Hope's solo world tour, Hope on the Stage, didn't just break records, it shattered the financial models of K-pop soloists. Analysts were left breathless when reports surfaced that his tour alone contributed approximately 40% of HYBE's entire concert revenue for the second quarter. With 33 sold-out shows across 16 global cities, including stadium-level dominance in Los Angeles and Mexico City, J-Hope proved that his solo brand is a juggernaut capable of moving 500,000 tickets single-handedly. Every beat of his heart on that stage was $1 million transaction. But his financial genius shines brightest in the world of high-end real estate. J-Hope is widely regarded as the most real estate-savvy member of BTS. In a move that shocked the Seoul market in late 2025, he strategically sold one of his legendary units at the Seoul Forest Trimmage, a property he had held for nearly a decade, pocketing a net profit of over 1.65 billion KRW, approximately $1.3 million, after taxes. Why? Because a true mogul knows when to liquidate and when to hold. He didn't need the cash. He was optimizing his tax profile for the 2026 fiscal year. He still maintains a massive 152 square meter unit in the same trimmage complex, but his crown jewels are his 2 ultra-luxurious units in the Upper Hanging neighborhood. Bought for a combined total of nearly 22 billion KRW, roughly $17 million. Entirely in cash, these aren't just homes, they are architectural fortresses of wealth. When you live in a world where your neighbor is a CEO or a top-tier diplomat, your net worth isn't just a number, it's a social standing. Then, there is the Louis Vuitton factor. As the house ambassador for the world's most powerful luxury brand under Pharrell Williams' creative direction, J-Hope has become the ultimate walking billboard. His multi-year contract is estimated to be worth 8 figures, but the real value is in the prestige. Whether he's attending the men's Spring-Summer 2026 show in Paris or appearing in global campaigns, he is the face of a century-old legacy. And let's not forget his diamond hands in the stock market. As of early 2026, J-Hope holds 62,784 shares of HYBE stock, valued at over 19.7 billion KRW. While he has slightly adjusted his portfolio over the years, he remains one of the top stock billionaires under the age of 35 inches South Korea. But what makes J-Hope's wealth truly emotional and reflective is what he does with it when the cameras are off. In 2026, his cumulative donations to causes like Child Fund, Korea, and music education for underprivileged youth have surpassed the 1.5 billion KRW mark. He isn't just hoarding gold, he is planting seeds. He understands that being number 4 comes with a responsibility to the streets he once danced on. He is the man who turned hope into a currency and rhythm into a real estate empire. As we look at his $65 million valuation, we see a producer, a dancer, a fashion icon, and a brilliant investor who never lost his soul to the numbers. But hold your breath, because if the golden son of Gwangju is only at number 4, the top 3 are about to enter a realm of wealth that feels more like science fiction than reality. Who could possibly have out-earned the most strategic real estate investor in the group? Is it the man who became the global face of high fashion elegance, or the golden prodigy whose solo debut rewrote the history books? The air is getting thin at the top of this mountain. Are you ready for the top 3? Number 3. Jimin, Park Jimin. The muse of high fashion, the graceful sovereign of luxury. Close your eyes and transport yourself to the front row of the Dior Winter 2026 show in Paris. The air is thick, with the scent of expensive cologne and the frantic clicking of 1,000 cameras. Suddenly, the crowd erupts into a deafening roar as a figure emerges, draped in a tailored charcoal suit that fits like a second skin. That figure is Park Jimin, a man whose presence alone can swing the market value of $1 billion fashion house by double digits in a single afternoon. Sitting regally at number 3 on our countdown, the Prince of Busan has transformed his ethereal stage presence into a massive, multifaceted financial empire with a net worth estimated in 2026 at a staggering $70 million to $75 million. If you thought Jimin was just the lead dancer with the angelic high notes, you are only seeing the surface of a man who has become one of the most powerful luxury influencers on the planet. By early 2026, the Jimin effect has moved beyond sold-out hoodies and into the realm of high-stakes global economics. His financial journey is a poetic blend of artistic perfectionism and ruthless brand positioning. Let's break down the layers of this golden vault. The cornerstone of Jimin's 2026 wealth is his unprecedented dominance in the world of high fashion and jewelry. As the global ambassador for Dior and the house ambassador for Tiffany & Co., Jimin isn't just an endorser. He is a strategic partner. Industry analysts in late 2025 were left stunned when Dior reported a 370% increase in earned media value, EMV, following Jimin's appearances, a figure worth approximately $35 million in pure marketing reach. For Tiffany & Co., his This Is Tiffany campaign in 2025 led to a global surge in demand for the Lock & Tea collections, with some high-end pieces seeing a 50% increase in sales within the first 24 hours of his promotion. These multi-year contracts are estimated to be worth well over $15 million annually, making him one of the highest-paid male ambassadors in the history of French couture. But the music remains his pulse. In 2025 and 2026, the success of his solo albums Face and Muse created a royalty stream that is nothing short of legendary. Like Crazy didn't just top the Billboard Hot 100, it became a streaming juggernaut that, by 2026, has accumulated over 1.5 billion streams on Spotify alone. When you factor in the physical album sales with Face selling over 1.45 million copies on its first day and his solo tour revenues, Jimin's earnings from his musical craft are astronomical. Every time his voice echoes in a stadium or a digital playlist, the Jimin brand grows stronger. Now, let's talk about the Beverly Hills of Korea. Jimin's real estate portfolio is a masterclass in strategic acquisition. He famously purchased a unit in 91 Hanam, the most expensive apartment complex in Seoul, for approximately $5.3 million in pure cash back in 2021. By 2026, the value of this property has surged, but it's his redevelopment play that shows his true business acumen. Jimin also purchased an old apartment in the Banpo Jugong 1 complex for roughly $3.9 million. This wasn't for living, it was an investment in one of Seoul's most lucrative urban renewal projects. As the area undergoes a multi-billion won transformation in 2026, the projected value of his holding has nearly doubled, proving that Jimin has a sharp eye for long-term capital gains that rival the best fund managers in Uido. And then there are the stocks, the silent engines of his wealth. Like his brothers, Jimin holds 68,385 shares of HYBE stock. As the company's valuation hit new peaks in 2026 following the group's triumphant return and the success of their solo ventures, Jimin's stock portfolio alone is worth over 21.4 billion KRW, $16.4 million. He is a significant stakeholder in the very industry he helped build. But what makes Jimin's $75 million empire truly resonate is the emotional weight behind it. This is the boy who moved from Busan to Seoul with nothing but a dream and a fierce, almost painful dedication to his craft. He is the man who practiced until dawn, who once doubted if he would even make it into the final lineup of BTS. In 2026, he uses his immense wealth to heal, quietly donating billions of won to education departments in Busan, Jeonnam, and Gangwon to provide scholarships for students who, like him, have big dreams but limited means. He is the giving angel of the group, a man whose bank account is matched only by his philanthropic heart. As we reflect on his position at number 3, we see a man who has mastered the balance between the delicate grace of a contemporary dancer and the solid power of a global mogul. He has turned his vulnerability into his greatest strength, and that strength has built a fortress of wealth that is as beautiful as it is unbreakable. But wait, if Jimin, the muse of Dior and the king of 9-1 is only at number 3, who could possibly occupy the top 2 spots? We are entering the stratosphere now. The gap between number 3 and number 2 is filled with figures that will make your head spin. Is it the global pop icon who took the world by storm with a single golden debut, or the most handsome man in the world who has become the ultimate face of luxury? The tension is palpable, and the next member on our list is a man whose net worth has become a global headline. Are you ready to see who claims the silver medal in the 2026 BTS wealth hierarchy? Number 2. Kim Taehyung, the Renaissance icon of the modern era. The master of the blue-chip empire. Step into the ultra-exclusive world of 2026, where the name Kim Taehyung is no longer just a name, it is a global aesthetic standard and a financial powerhouse that commands the attention of every boardroom from Seoul to Paris. Sitting at the prestigious number 2 spot on our countdown, the man we adore as V has built a breathtaking empire with a net worth estimated in 2026 at a mind-blowing $80 million to $85 million. If you thought V was just a soulful voice and a face carved by the gods, you are witnessing only a fraction of his true power. In 2026, Taehyung has become the ultimate blue-chip artist, a man whose every move is a calculated stroke of genius in the high-stakes world of luxury branding and cultural influence. Imagine the atmosphere in early 2026. V is returning from his mandatory service not just as a singer, but as a legend whose stock has reached its all-time high. His financial story is one of a small-town boy from a family of farmers who turned his unique perspective into a multi-million-dollar reality. The core of V's massive fortune in 2026 is his unparalleled dominance as a Celine boy and a Cartier global ambassador. Industry reports in late 2025 revealed that V's partnership with Celine alone drove the brand's revenue to unprecedented heights, with the V effect causing luxury items to sell out in minutes, regardless of the price tag. His multi-year contract with Cartier, the world's most prestigious jeweler, is estimated to be one of the most lucrative in the history of the house, bringing in an estimated $20 million annually in base pay and performance bonuses. But Taehyung's wealth isn't just about what he wears, it's about what he creates. His debut solo album Layover and his 2025 to 2026 follow-up projects have solidified him as a jazz pop heavyweight. With billions of streams and millions of physical copies sold, the royalties from his discography provide a passive income stream that would make a tech CEO jealous. Every time a soul-stirring note of his voice plays in a luxury boutique or on a global streaming platform, the Taehyung treasury grows. Now, let's talk about his Fortress of Solitude. V's real estate game is legendary for its focus on privacy and prestige. He famously purchased an apartment in the Applebaum complex in Samsung-dong for about $4.55 million in cash. By 2026, with the massive urban development in the Gangnam district and his meticulous renovations, the property's value has nearly doubled. But insiders whisper about his more recent secret investments, quiet acquisitions of high-end commercial spaces in the trendy districts of Seoul, creating a diversified portfolio that ensures his wealth grows even when he isn't on stage. And let's not forget the stocks. Holding 68,385 shares of HYBE, V's equity in the company has seen a meteoric rise in early 2026. As HYBE's market cap surged following the group's reunion announcement and the expansion of their digital platforms, V's stock holdings alone are valued at over 22 billion KRW, $16.8 million. He is a titan of the very industry he revolutionized. Reflecting on this journey is deeply emotional. This is the boy who once thought he would be a farmer. The boy who used to wear expensive-looking clothes his mother bought him so he wouldn't look poor in the big city. In 2026, he uses that wealth to change lives, donating billions of won to animal welfare, children's hospitals, and art education programs, often under a pseudonym to keep the focus on the cause. He is the Renaissance icon because he has mastered the art of living, balancing the raw, unbridled fame of a pop star with the sophisticated, quiet wealth of an art collector and a business mogul. As we look at his $85 million empire, we see a man who has transcended the idol label to become a global institution. But hold your breath, because there is still one more. If V, the face of Cartier, and the king of the V effect, is at number 2, who could possibly be sitting on the throne at number 1? Who is the member whose net worth has become a global legend in 2026, breaking every record in the book? The final reveal is moments away, and the numbers are truly golden. Are you ready to meet the wealthiest member of BTS? Number 1. Jungkook. Jungkook. The golden empire of the centennial matinee. The global icon of the billion-dollar peak. Witness the pinnacle of a decade-long ascent. It is the summer of 2026, and the world is not just listening to the rhythm of BTS, they are witnessing the financial gravity of its youngest member, Jungkook. Standing at the absolute summit of our list with a staggering net worth estimated between $95 million and $105 million, the Golden Matinee has officially transcended the boundaries of a pop idol to become a sovereign economic entity. Imagine the quiet streets of Busan, where a 13-year-old boy once left his parents to chase a dream that seemed impossible. Now, that same boy owns the very sky he used to look at. The year 2026 marks the moment Jungkook's golden era evolved into a literal golden empire. The foundation of this astronomical wealth is a career that has rewritten the history of the music industry. By 2026, his solo debut single 7 has not just broken records, it has become a permanent fixture in the global music lexicon, surpassing 2.5 billion streams on Spotify and generating a residual income that functions like a high-yield tech stock. But it was his 2025 to 2026 Golden World Tour that truly pushed his net worth into the 9-figure territory. Industry insiders report that Jungkook's solo tour, which hit 25 major cities across North America, Europe, and Asia, grossed a breathtaking $110 million in ticket sales and merchandise alone. With a massive profit-sharing agreement with HYBE, Jungkook's personal take-home from this tour was enough to buy entire city blocks. But the money is just one part of the story. It's the Jungkook economy that defines his 2026 status. As the global ambassador for Calvin Klein, he didn't just model clothes, he redefined the brand's market cap. In late 2025, his Spring-Summer 2026 campaign was credited with a 45% surge in global sales for the PVH-owned brand, leading to a contract renewal worth an estimated $25 million, the highest ever for a solo Asian artist in fashion history. When he wears something, it doesn't just sell out, it disappears from the supply chain. This influence is a currency more stable than the US dollar. Now, let's talk about the Golden Fortress in Itaewon. In 2026, the 3-story luxury mansion Jungkook purchased for 7.63 billion KRW in 2021 has been completely transformed into a high-tech architectural masterpiece. Experts estimate the current value of this property, located in one of the world's most exclusive diplomatic zones, has surged to over 15 billion KRW, $11.5 million, due to his extensive custom renovations and the skyrocketing land value in the district. It's not just a home, it's a vault. And let's not forget the silent growth of his HYBE stock. Holding 68,385 shares that were gifted to him by Bang Sehyuk, And with the 2026 stock price of HYBE hitting record highs of 400,000 KRW per share following the group's full reunion, Jungkook's equity in the company alone is valued at nearly $28 million. He is a major shareholder in the most powerful entertainment company in the world. But if you look past the millions and the luxury cars, you find a man who is deeply reflective of his journey. In 2026, Jungkook has become one of South Korea's most generous philanthropists, privately donating over 5 billion KRW to the Seoul National University Children's Hospital and creating a secret scholarship fund for aspiring dancers from low-income families in Busan. He remembers the cold nights in the practice room and the hunger of his trainee years, and it is that memory that keeps him grounded even as his net worth reaches the stars. He is the centennial maknae because his impact will be felt for 100 years, and in 2026, he stands alone at the top, a boy who wanted to be a singer and ended up becoming the face of a new global era. As we look at the final number on our list, $105 million, we realize that for Jungkook, this isn't the finish line. It's just the beginning of a legacy that no amount of money can truly quantify. The crown fits the king, and the king is only 28. What will the next decade hold for the man who already owns the world? One thing is certain, the golden story is far from over.